Oh, what is up, everybody? How are we doing tonight, guys? So, how is everyone doing tonight? So, hopefully everyone's doing well. Rochi, how you doing, sir? So the good news is today we have quite a few breaks very, very close. So I'm happy to say that I think quite a few will go today. Golfing in 2 hours. Nice. Well, let's see if we can get a couple of these breaks in going for you guys. The Metals close, the 15-16, 16-17, the Bedard, Matthews, McDavid, Bedard's close. Credentials is close. The 5-box extended's close. The Ovechkin Chancer's close. So I am down to keep this rolling. So whatever you guys and girls want to get going in the beginning, I am down to do it. So let me know what you guys are targeting first. So again, metal is probably going to be the easiest one to do. The Ovechkin Chancer should be one of the next easier ones to do. Roach, I just, we had an EMT that didn't come in that I just canceled. So I don't know if you're talking about taking 2 spots in that one, but that would be great if you are. But either way, the Bash Monster, yeah. Well, I said that was designed, Ryan. We got a lot of giveaway spots in that one, so we knew that was going to be a bit longer. This is a fun one that we're doing. Obviously, if several people start taking some spots in that, it's going to go a hell of a lot faster. So if any one of you guys, you're going to buy another, well, there you go. I'll give you guys the link for the medal. That's probably going to be the fastest, easiest one. So let me know. Okie dokie. So let me know if you guys want to get that one going. It looks like one of them are going down. So that's a great start. It looks like we're down to 2 left. So who wants to close out those last 2? One left. There we go. I like that. Well, let me go grab those boxes, guys, so we're ready to go when we started. Bum, bum, bum. All right. It looks like I think we're good to go. See how quick and easy this is, ladies and gentlemen? It genuinely is nice and easy to do. 202. So let's get the ball rolling. All right, 24,202. Good luck, everyone. Here we go. 24,202 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And as you guys just saw, all it takes is generally one person to kind of get the ball rolling. And the rest falls into place quite quick after. All right, so let's get the ball rolling. And I do appreciate all you guys grabbing some spots and getting these things going. It looks like the 5-box break, so thank you very much, VPT. Very much appreciate your help as well. Looks like the 5-boxer is getting pretty damn close too. I think it's down to 2 left. That is Bedard, McDavid, Matthews opportunity. So, let's get it going. Where's my knife? Here we go, 24,202. We've got the 3. Wow, that did not cut it off. 3-boxer of metal. All right. Start off with a retro medal of Cnc for Chicago and a rookie of Samoskevich for Florida. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to move this a little closer and better. Retro for Buffalo of Benson and a rookie of Cooley for the Rangers. Explosions for Montreal of Kirby Doc and a Fantilli for the Blue Jackets rookie. Premium for Ottawa, Ridley Gregg. And a Beecher for Boston, rookie. We've got a Constellations for the Winnipeg Jets of Morrissey. And a rookie for Nashville, Evangelista. We've got a Z-Force of Dubois for LA. Z-Force, LA. And a Faber rookie for Minnesota. We got a premium for Chicago of Kaiser. And a rookie for the Blues of Kessel. Meltdown for Anaheim of Drysdale. And a Fraser Minton for the Maple Leafs, rookie. We got a metal retro of Nemec for the Devils. And for Ottawa, Ridley Gregg, rookie. Soul of the game for the San Jose Sharks, Duclair. Soul of the game. And a Nemec rookie for the Devils. Premium for the Islanders of Bolduc. And a Forster rookie for Philadelphia. Constellations of Marc-Andre Fleury for Minnesota. And a San Jose Sharks Gushin rookie. PMG number to 100, McCann for Seattle. PMG red for Seattle, McCann. And a rookie of David Gus for Chicago. T. Torrey for the Blue Jackets of Fantilli. And a Patera rookie for Vegas. And a rookie of Benson for Buffalo. And a Beniers Quick Strike for Seattle. Holy Seattle box. And again, I believe I forgot to put it on the list, but I will correct it. The top spot always gets Vegas. Second spot always gets Seattle. So I do believe I forgot to add that. So obviously that is how we always do. Vegas gets the first one. Seattle always gets the second one. All right, premium for Minnesota, Faber, and a Leo Carlson rookie for Anaheim. Meltdown for Minnesota of Spurgeon, and a Dustin Wolf for Calgary rookie. Retro rookie for the Maple Leafs of Minton, and a Marilinen rookie for Ottawa. Retro rookie Connor Bedard for Chicago. And a Lacombe rookie for Anaheim. We got an explosion of Perfetti for the Jets. And for the Islanders, Darandu. Nice. Soul of the game, Sidney Crosby. That's nice. And a Casper for the Red Wings rookie. Z-Force for the Vegas Golden Knights of Eichel. And a Korchinski for Chicago, a rookie. Premium for Montreal of Owen Beck. And for Anaheim Ducks, Mintukov. We got a Constellations of Novak for Nashville. And a Ginning for Philadelphia, rookie. We've got a retro rookie for Calgary of Dustin Wolf and a Gruden for Pittsburgh rookie. Premium for the Buffalo Sabres of Rusick and for the Blue Jackets Svozil. We've got an Explosions Connor Bedard for Chicago. A couple Bedards now. And a rookie for the Calgary Flames of Coronado. We've got a 9-point, what are these called? Number to 99, a 9.461E for the Red Wings of Casper. Again, numbered to 99. And a rookie of Levi for Buffalo. Meltdown autograph for San Jose, Tomas Hertl. That's probably a rare one. Tomas Hertl, San Jose. And a Desharnais for the Oilers rookie. We've got for the Red Wings, T. Torrey of Edvinson and a Matthew Nyes for the Maple Leafs rookie. Matthew Nyes. So far, 2 boxes down. Solid 2 boxes. Two Bedards. Nice meltdown auto. Oh, not 3 Bedards. Premium of Evangelista for the Preds. And a rookie. Corner's kind of mangled on that one. Connor Bedard. I do find a lot of the rookies end up having bad corners in this. Explosions for the Oilers of Dre Seidel. And a rookie of Ty Cartier for Seattle. Retro for the Boston Bruins of Poitras. Savoy for Buffalo rookie. We got a retro rookie. Samoskevich for Florida. And for the Islanders rookie of Dufour. Meltdown for the Tampa Bay Lightning of Hedman. And a rookie for the Montreal Canadiens of Owen Beck. 9.461 Fantilli for the Jackets. And a Miro Shnischenko rookie for Washington. Z-Force for the LA Kings of Fiala. Fiala Friday. And a Mintyukov rookie for the Anaheim Ducks. Premium for the Anaheim Ducks of Mintyukov. And a Sordiff for Florida rookie. We got a Constellations of Hopkins for the Oilers. And a Zari for Calgary rookie. Retro for Seattle, Ty Cartier. And a McDonough for Vancouver rookie. T. Torrey for the Red Wings of Casper. And a rookie for the Red Wings of Casper. Premium for Vegas of Patera. And a rookie for Chicago of Korchinski. Meltdown for the Blue Jackets of Fantilli. And a rookie of Levi for Buffalo. We've got number 2/199. Purple for the Buffalo Sabres. Rusick. And a rookie for Philly. Getting. Oh, sickness. A PMG Emerald rookie 100/10 Emerald Rookie Auto. Well, that's pretty damn hard to hit. Congrats, Florida. Pretty sure that would be a case hit. And Gruden for Pittsburgh rookie. I would think that's got to be the case hit, right? A PMG Emerald Rookie Auto. That's pretty sweet. All right. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna put the list. Properly there because I forgot the Seattle and the Vegas, so I'm going to update that. There we go. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen. So, what is next? Ooh, that one's going now. All right. So let's keep attacking these breaks one by one. I don't really care which one. So how about this? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to make this pretty easy. The Ovechkin is $11. $11. I will give away 4 overtime packs in that break if we get that filled in the next half an hour. I am not asking for a lot in that one. So does anyone want to grab a spot on that and see if we can get a matcher? I'm going to try to get as many going as possible. You guys know that. But I'm trying to chip away one by one at all the breaks. So who wants to start off with that? 24-103 done? What's 103? Yeah, I don't really understand why that one is not getting as much love. I don't know if it's a price point. Like, I can promise you, Mama Bear, a lot of these make me wonder just as much as it makes you wonder. I don't really understand. Like, I look at it and go, that's... The value-wise on some of these are phenomenal, but... As I said, sometimes they just take a bit longer. It's going to happen sometimes, right? So I'm optimistic about a lot of these. 24/11, by the way, is down to 1 spot. So if anyone wants to clear that one out, that would be great. So there we go, 24/11. So that bad boy is down to 1 left. Well, to be fair, we just started. Literally, my night is just starting on here. So the good news is still a lot more to come up. So it is bright and early, Mama Bear. Don't worry. Just remember, if we break, they will come. Okay. And it looks like one of the Ovechkin spots went and one of the 24/11 went. So it looks like 24/11 is going to be good to go. And of course, that's the one break the Smash did not grab. Grab me those the tins and the blasters. The so 15-16 series 110 and 2 of the 16-17 blasters. 24/11. So Mr. Daniel is going to bring the boxes. So if they're not good, you can blame him. Oh, there we go. The triple caser. Just had 3 spots taken, Mama Bear. You speak of it, and it moves. But I want to get 24/11. Because that is the next one to go. Here, you're so excited for. I know. I can promise you I am equally excited. I think people will realize how fun of a break that is. And again, when most of the spots genuinely are cheaper than buying a Series 1 box, I feel like the value is pretty damn impressive. Like, don't get me wrong, I know it's not super cheap, so that's also one of the things. Are those the best ones ever?
Best one, Matthews
McDavid. All right, you heard it, guys. Matthews McDavid. If it's short of that, I'm disappointed. All right. All right. 24/2/11. And again, if you guys want to get the Ovechkin going or the 5 boxer of extended going, I feel like we got a lot of very good value breaks. Very, very close. And I will do a deal, just so you guys know, on the extended one to get that one going after this one. So hang tight on that. There will be a deal, I promise you guys. 24,211 3 times. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Vegas, Seattle. All right, let's get the show on the road. So here's what I'm going to do for the extended one while we're breaking this, just to help you guys out. Where was it? I will show you which one I'm doing. Any combination of 3 spots will get you an overtime pack. So there you go. Any combination of 3 spots will get you an overtime pack. So I'm going to make it pretty simple for you guys. And sorry, I'm just getting the giveaway ready. Good luck. Here we go, 24,211. We've got the 5-box break. Bedard, Matthews, McDavid year. Let's start off with 1 Bedard, and then we'll go from there. Start off with a PC Sparkle for the Blues of Kyrou. Sueezy for the Blue Jackets Young Guns. On a roll McDonough for Vancouver. And an upside down PC of Caulfield for Montreal. We got a glossy of Pettersson Vancouver. Dazzlers for Buffalo of Tage Thompson. Instinctive Ottinger for Dallas. Young Guns for the Calgary Flames, Walker Duehr. On a roll for Minnesota, Faber. And a PC of Aho for Carolina. Glossy for the Avalanche, McKinnon. Instinctive of Allen for the Montreal Canadiens. And we've got a Deep Roots of Barzal for the Islanders. Dan, do you mind taking out the cardboard after this break? Thank you. PC Sparkle for Vegas of Eichel. Ryan Shea Young Guns for Pittsburgh. On a roll for Vegas Patera. Eclectic of Kaprizov for Minnesota. Glossy Gold or Copper of Fantilli for the Jackets. Dazzlers of Keller for the Coyotes. And a McEwen Director of Boards for L.A. Connor Zary Young Guns for Calgary. Tage Thompson Portraits for Buffalo. And an Ovechkin for Washington. PC. Almost had the Connor. Cooley Glossy for Rangers. Instinctive of Skinner for the Oilers. And a Deep Roots Backlund for Calgary. Well, Connor Zary's not bad. Just not the right Connor that we were looking for. It's funny, we're looking, if we can get a nice Connor in each of these years, a Kyle Connor, a Connor McDavid, and a Connor Bedard. Or a Connor Hellebuck. There's a healthy amount of Connors. Peace. This pack must be the Matthews. It was not. Young Guns for the Chicago Blackhawks of Forsling. Gustav Forsling. Shining Stars for San Jose. Brant Burns. Canvas for the Coyotes. Max Domi. Portraits for Washington, Holtby. Young Guns for the Blue Jackets, Zach Werenski. Blue Jackets, Werenski. That's a good rookie. And base. So first one were $40 on release. Yes, they were. It is amazing how many times we rebought those all the way up. There you go, Dan. Yeah. Daniel. Daniel. Base. A whole lot of nada. Yeah. Base. Young Gun Sebastian Aho. That's probably a good one to get graded, by the way. That one and the Werenski. That's a solid rookie. Shining Stars for Ottawa, Erik Karlsson. Canvas for the Penguins, Matt Murray. Rookie Portraits, Mantha for the Red Wings. Yep. For the Oilers, Paul UERV. Oilers Young Guns. Pull Uliardi. Base. Base. And finish off with La Base. All right. Oh, I missed it. Well, Dan will pick it up. Because so far, he has not delivered on his McDavid Matthews promises. But McDavid might let him free. Shining Stars for the Panthers. Roberto Luongo. Lots of puns in this chat right now. Canvas of Kuznetsov for the Capitals. There's always lots of puns. Young Guns for the LA Kings. Nick Shore. Nick Shore, LA. We got a portrait of Hopkins for the Oilers. Young Guns for the Boston Bruins of Kemppainen. Boston. Score some good cards in here. Canvas again of Hopkins for the Oilers. Lots of Hopkins. Alright, we got 2 packs left. Let's see if Dan is a big liar or not. Portraits for the Devils of Adam Henrique. And the last pack, will he do it? Nope, big liar. We got for the Rangers, Oscar Lindbergh.
That's what I said.
You said Lindbergh? All right, time to do the rando. 3 people are going to get some nice packs sent to them at least. Top 3. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Joe, Chancellor, and Ronald. Thank you, guys. And each one of you guys are going to get a very nice 16-17 ice pack. So do not underestimate that potential. Sad we did not get what we were aiming for, though. But we tried our absolute best. By the way, the Ovechkin graded just went down to 7, I believe it is. So that is great. So who else wants to tackle that one, guys? Someone's going to walk away with an OV rookie, obviously, if we get it done tonight. And let's see who we're waiting on this one. All right, well, 2 spots in the extended, and they're decent teams. So if anyone wants to still capitalize on that 3-spot deal, by all means. We are down to only 4 left in that 5-boxer, guys. And a reminder, every multi-spot you take Gets you a ballot towards the Series 2 box that you might also get. So there is multiple reasons why it might be good to jump on that break. So here you go. Oh, thank you, Dan. So who is next? Only 4 to go in that one. Only 7 to go in the Ovechkin. So it is closer and closer. Let's fill that bin again. Yeah. We're getting there. We are getting there. So we already got 2 down nicely. The Ovi's very close. The 5 Boxer is very close. So I'm hoping we can knock off those 2, and then I'll do another fun special for you guys, depending on what we're all feeling. So let me know. I am down to do a couple more. So let me know. And Mr. Chancellor, as always, if there's a break that you want me to do a fun deal for, that you are particularly interested, let me know, and I will try to chip away at that one for you. And do something for it. Because I do always appreciate you helping out very much.
TV's on or no?
Sure. So let me know which one you guys want to get going. Do we ever do draft style breaks? Rochi, sometimes, but not often. It became too much of a hassle, to be completely candid. For timing. People got quite upset of how long draft picks took. There's issues with delays in the stream, not necessarily a person's problem, but there's issues with delays in the stream, and then we would have to pick a team for them, and then they would message us like 5 minutes later and be like, I don't want that team, and then that was just a monster hassle to I won't say redo it, it was a big hurdle. Like, I personally like them. But there was a lot of hassles. And then, I know some people might say, well, just get everyone to send a list. But here's the other problem. Even when we did do big monsters near the end, with that, so people would send us a list, I would pick their team, and then they would in chat change their team. After I picked it. They'd be like, oh, no, I'm changing it now. It's like, oh my god, so, there was a lot of, I wouldn't say issues, but there's a lot more than people realize. But I personally loved them. If I could find a method that it could be foolproof, that would be great. And again, I know, like, I will give you a good example. Literally one of the last times we did it. So, just so you guys perspective-wise. Literally one of the last times we did it. I had 2 people send me a full-on list. Top to bottom. And by the way, Richard, if you don't mind getting your EMT in on the Ovechkin, it is getting close. So if you don't mind getting that in, please, I will give you about another 5 minutes. Because I would like to get that one ideally going. So we had 2 people. What ended up happening on both people, which shows you how funny that is. I picked according to the list. And then I picked 2 other teams after that because obviously delay. The one guy comes in the list and goes, I actually didn't want that team. Can I switch it? I then said no, obviously, because I've already picked 2 other teams. And the one team, of course, he had was the last one picked. That was when he wanted to switch it. So I didn't want to make it a big hassle. Then later on, everything is around 20th position. Same thing exactly happened. At the end of the break, we had the person email us and basically ask for a refund or he's never going to shop with us again. So it's like, it's stuff like that where it's like, it just becomes a bigger hassle than it needs to be. And don't get me wrong, I fully appreciate those who like the draft. As I said, I personally like the draft. I think it's way more fun. But I just genuinely wish you guys understood on our end how many times we deal with issues that you guys just don't see. Or probably don't even think about because it's not in your nature. Yeah, you know what though, Rochi? It is this common nature, right? People, the amount of times that we hear, especially on the internet, and this is just something that you just deal with, is complete and bold-faced lies. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And it's funny how people form their opinions by what some random person says without even doing any validation on it. So I'll tell you a funny story as we keep the breaks moving and hopefully get a few more breaks going, of course. So I remember one day I was scrolling on Reddit at night and I saw our name pop up and I was like, oh, great. So what it was, and this just goes to show you, and I will back this up if anyone ever wants to challenge me on this one. It was basically a gentleman who was complaining that we refused to give them base cards and made a monster post on Reddit about it. Like literally a big post, how we were mean and rude and told him to go somewhere else and all this fun stuff, right? So of course I'm reading the chat, or sorry, his story. I'm reading it very thoroughly. And it's absolutely mind-boggling to me because I will give you kind of the rundown. It literally was an email before the person joined the break asking if we can if they can get base cards. We said no problem. You know, there might be a small fee if the package is slightly larger, but no problem. Nothing, no response at all. Then we do the break. Person asks for it. We get them all. Long story short, we ship them out to them. Now, here's the funny thing. We told them before the break that there might be a small additional charge because of shipping. The outcome of the actual storyline, is we shipped it to them free of charge. Now, can any of you guys guess which part of the story he completely left out? I'm sure you guys know. It's that he got them, number one, that he got them. He didn't even put that in there. And number two, that he got them completely free of charge. But it was amazing when I'm reading the responses of how many people just jumped on like, oh, that's good to know. I'm never ever going to deal with these guys again because they're scummy. And you're like, because we have to charge for base? Because there's been many times that a base, for example, has added $20 to someone's package or $15 or $10. Like, it's not, you know, financially viable, like, to be completely candid. But it is genuinely funny when you read those things because you just realize how wrong. You know what, Roche said? No, I know a lot of people still collect them. I don't think they're that bad, to be honest. Yeah, and you know what the funny thing is, Mama Bear? And I am probably one of the most open, outspoken people about all situations. And what's hilarious is I can almost guarantee you in every negative review that we have, I can give you a detailed story of exactly what happened. You know, no BS, exactly what happened. Like, I'll give you another fun one, Mama Bear, just to give you perspective. We literally had a customer, this is like, oh God, probably a year or two ago, that was dealing with Anna in our store, okay? So we have a girl in our store. The customer, I might not be saying exactly how it was said, but basically said, "You're a woman, what would you know?" Right? Like literally pretty close to exactly like that. I then decided to say to the customer, "Can you please leave the store? We do not want your sale." Right? Like legit, it was just like, "Nope. See you later. I'm done with you." And of course, 2 days later, we get a review from said customer stating that we were rude to them, our prices were too high, all this random garbage stuff, right? That not really had to do anything. And it's like, the problem is somebody will read that and genuinely believe that and have no idea of any backstory. And it is genuinely funny because I look at that and go, if anyone knew that, like beforehand, they would look at that and go, well, yeah, that person deserves to be kicked out. Or the one that I love, for example, there's one person, and I'm telling you guys funny stories as we fill breaks, so I do appreciate this. I'm just trying to give you guys some fun entertainment value, conversation value as we fill some breaks. I remember the other person posted on one of our, I think it was on the exact same, the base one, was like, this is exactly why this is exactly why Brad left and split it down from 2 owners down to 1 owner. You know, because the one owner cared about money and the other owner only cared about the hobby. And like basically completely crapping on me. Now here's the funny thing. There's 3 owners of the company when Brad was here. There's still 2 right now. So number 1, their first fact that we went from 2 owners down to 1. Completely wrong. We had 3. Number 2, Brad did not leave for anything other than the fact that the timing for the hours did not work for the company. And he was building a family. And we left on very good terms. I went to his wedding. He went to my wedding. We had, like, we are still more than friends. It's fine. Like, but it's comical because anyone who knows anything about the business would know that Brad was very good for the business. He was very knowledgeable. And we both went to all the Upper Deck meetings trying to build the business and make the hobby better. Like, legitimately, I don't think any of you guys, let me put it this way. You guys would be stunned if you knew how many things have changed or been changed in the hobby because of ideas that myself or Brad or Dan had. I think it would blow you guys away. And I'm talking everything from, I'm trying to think how I can word it, breakdown of stores, to products, to inserts, to programs. I do not think you guys have an understanding of how much. But that's the thing. So anyone who sits there and thinks that I'm only about money, I can promise you guys this. I am recently, by the way, 40 years old. Thank you. Thank you. Recently 40. I have 2 kids at home. I still do blog. I still work 6 days a week. If I was all about the money, I could promise you I would do as little as I could and soak in as much money as I could and not do everything. I enjoy what I do genuinely. And the funny thing is, I was the one who brought Brad into the company. So this was my, like, build that I've been collecting since, I think, 7 years old. So yeah, if I'm about the money, then I don't know why I'm still working 6 days a week and doing blog and all that fun stuff. I can just hire someone else. It would make no sense. By the way, the OV is down to 3. I did cancel that one EMT. It did not come in. So only 3 left. Well, Rochi, you know what? As I said, we adapted pretty big in the beginning. It was funny because in the beginning, a lot of the outside people loved us, but a lot of stores hated us. Now, I can tell you, a lot of stores like us because they see what we do on the back end. But a lot of customers are like the ones trying to bring us down. And again, it's more of a success point, right? Whenever you are the top, people like to see the top fail. It's like, I watch UFC quite a bit, and what I always find comical is you'll get a fighter who works his way to the top, everyone loves him. He wins a championship, everyone loves him. He defends it 2, 3, 4 times, everyone loves him. Then you kind of want to see him lose. Right? You almost want to see this undeniable person, guy or girl, lose. And it's just kind of a weird mentality that I think a lot of people have. Like, I've never really understood that mentality. I think people should always appreciate, you know, how hard people work. And again, there's a lot of stores who work very hard in our industry and make this industry really good. You can't wait. Yeah, but see, Mama Bear, here's the thing. Here's the thing, and I'll be honest with you on that. Florida is a dirty team. So I think a lot of people don't like Florida because it's a dirty team. But here's the funny thing. Toronto has lost to Florida pretty badly twice. I can also be very open and candid that I really wish Toronto was Florida. Right? I deep down wish Toronto built a Florida Panther team. And we would be that team and win. So I can genuinely appreciate the team that they are. But I think we can all agree, deep down inside, that Montreal sucks. Right? Like, I think we can all agree with that. I love you guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the OV is now down to 2 left. Two left. You knew I was going to say that? Yeah. No, you know what? I have no problems, honestly, with any teams. Obviously, I'm a Toronto fan, diehard Toronto fan. But, of course, next up would always be a Canadian team winning. And then next up would be some random teams. Colorado, Vegas, I love. What's wrong with the Habs? Nothing. It's a deep-rooted Leafs versus Habs, but I genuinely don't care. I can tell you, Mama Bear, in complete candid... Was it candidacy? No, that wouldn't make any sense. That for the hobby, I love when Montreal does well. Like, I'm excited for Demidov next year. I pray to God he's got the first week he just comes out and his lights out good. Because again, what's best for the hobby helps all the stores. And then what helps all the stores helps all the consumers. Like, I don't think people realize how hard it is to run a card shop genuinely. And that if we love this hobby, we need stores to be successful. And I'm not, again, just vouching for my store. I'm vouching for all stores. Like, I'm not happy when stores close. That means the hobby's not doing good enough for them to retain themselves. I like it when stores are flourishing. So does anyone want to knock off these two, by the way? 2 spots. We're good to go in the OV. Nothing else. Only 2. But the good news is I know when I decide to retire when I'm like 93 years old and I can't physically open cards anymore, I'll know the things in the hobby that I created that are hopefully still there and be very proud of those things. And that, at the end of the day, is what makes me the happiest. I see programs that you guys join or love or use daily that was basically a building concept of mine, which makes me very happy. And that, to me, I think means a lot more than you guys realize. So, if only you guys knew, which would be great. So, the Chancer is down to 2. Do you want to knock that one out, guys and girls? Literally 2 left. And as we're having conversations and trying to fill breaks, guys, one thing I will tell you I always appreciate, feel free to ask any questions. It does keep the flow of conversation going. It does bring other people in the room to talk as well. So don't ever be scared or shy to say or ask things. So, Mama Bear, let me throw a lot at you on that one. Just my personal opinion, not hating, okay? A lot of breakers joined in for breaking because they wanted this to get extra funds. Completely fair for their business. But they didn't really have, like, they don't really care about cards. The one thing I will say, a lot of stores generally do not collect and they don't really care. It is a lot harder than people realize to actually talk to a computer screen. Like, I will be candid, I'm used to this, but it is a lot more difficult than people realize to keep the flow going. Prices, I don't think anyone should judge another breaker on pricing. And I will tell you why. Everyone has different costs for their locations, their rent, their staffing, all that stuff. Like, again, running a business, the way I would argue a point, let's say some breakers $5 more than me. But if you knew that money was going to a good employee, would that really bug you? You know, if you knew maybe his rent was $2,000 more than mine every month, is that not fair, like overall? So in the grand scheme of things, that's why I never really say like pricing is different. Like, I'll give you a good example. We're about an hour outside of Toronto. I can guarantee you Toronto rent is probably 3 times my rent. At least 3 times my rent. You know, now, every business has different strategies as well, right? Some business will order very little. They go in, they go out on the product. They hope to make a few bucks, and they exit it. Everyone's different. Like, we like to have inventory. We like to have stock for long term for you guys. We try to be as competitive as possible. We're not always going to be the best price. And I can also tell you guys something. From a store point of view, and maybe this is not something that, you know, customers are always like hearing, and this is just being candid. I don't know if I always want to be the best price, because if you are, that basically means you're undercutting every other dealer all the time. And our industry should not be about undercutting every dealer. I don't think Upper Deck, for example, would honestly like it if I was always the best price. And here's the thing. Upper Deck does not want their products, rightfully so, getting beaten down in pricing. Right? Like, let's be honest, guys. Do you think Upper Deck is going to be happy if a product's below cost within a month? No. The thing is, we try to build a good rapport, and I know it does sometimes hurt us. Like, I will tell you one thing before we start the Ovechkin quickly, guys. One of my biggest pet peeves is expo pricing. The amount of times dealers go there to absolutely get obliterated and lose money on boxes is mind-blowing. And I'll be honest, I'm not going to play that game. Right? Now, if they want to take the cash and dump it, by all means. Our price, Rochi, I can tell you, it's as fair as we can get. Like, the thing that I think a lot of people also don't realize in the world is that there's different deals for every, like, person. Like, for example, I might have bought Synergy way more money than the dealer next to me. So my cost, again, for the fun factor of this, my cost might be 150, his cost might be 110. Well, then I can't sell it for 129 now, can I? Now, yes, it's a bad buy for me, but I have two options. I either lose money or I try to move it at, 169. So I think you have to look at those kind of things a lot. Trust is a big factor. Yeah, that's a big, big, big one for me. Time to do the random for the Ovechkin guys and girls. Good luck. $24,000. 24,197. The Ovechkin 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, bottom person. Alright, so Sam Ben gets the Ovi, and Chancellor gets the graded 10 Black Label Nemec. I think it's Black Label or it's Cracked Ice Label. One of those two. But the 10 of Nemec. There we go. No, but you know what? I'll give you guys a funny thing again. The amount of times that I know dealers will send lengthy emails to Upper Deck about this dealer is so low on this pricing. This dealer is doing this. But yet when they're the one to have the low pricing, it's fine. It's mind-blowing how hypocritical dealers are on that end. They'll be the first to complain that somebody is lower than them. But they will not care if they're the lowest. Like, I will give you guys, and I know I've said this like 40 times, but I genuinely mean this because they're great stories. Do you know why we were not allowed to do midnight release breaks? We weren't allowed because at the time, I'm not going to label which ones, but 3 big stores in Canada, when we were coming up, sent massive emails to Upper Deck stating that they find it terrible that we're doing midnight release breaks. So Upper Deck basically said, no midnight release breaks. So we literally had to stop doing midnight release breaks, which were insanely popular with people. People loved it. But we had to stop it because 3 big stores essentially said they're unhappy about it. And their entire reasoning, by the way, which I found was hilarious, the entire reasoning was because they said, and there is some, I can understand, truth to this, but it shows that they have no confidence in their product, in my opinion. What they were saying that is when a customer sees a release, for example, at midnight, and it ends up being not good, that they somehow had hundreds of canceled orders the next day. That is what their argument was. Is that when we did it, somehow everyone decided to cancel their orders. Now the funny thing is, it's pretty mind-blowing if you think I have that many people that all your customers use me, number one, which they don't. But it shows you that is what Upper Deck listened to and decided to be like, yep, it's not worth it. My point is, just build a good product that's not an issue. Have faith in your product, which Upper Deck, in my opinion, does a phenomenal job on most of their products. So I don't know why that would even be an issue. Mama Bear, did they actually use those words, though? And by the way, guys, I'm going to do a quick bathroom break, quick water break, and then the good news is, thank you to Mr. Chancellor, we have some beautiful 5-box extended break to rock out. So I do appreciate that. I'll be right back, guys and girls. We'll go from there. All right. Roach, you have a good one. Good luck in golf, sir. I hope you crush it. Wow. Mama Bear, that is just a grumpy store owner. I'll be honest. I feel bad for that consumer. Like, here's the thing. Any advice I give, I would follow myself. It does not mean it's right, though. Right? Like, I would say, oh, I would grade this, or I won't grade that, or I'll do this and I won't do that. It absolutely does not mean it's gospel. It just means that's what I would do. But I think everyone in the hobby, the most important thing for people in the hobby is they got to enjoy it. So whatever their enjoyment is, do what you want to do. You know, as long as it's above board, just enjoy the hobby. Yeah, I sadly. But in my opinion, though, Mama Bear, those are the kind of stores that's where the what do you call it? The wallet, something with the wallet. Put your money where the wallet. I don't know how you say it. But basically, that's what it is. Support the good ones. You know, help out the ones that actually help you. Ladies and gentlemen, best of luck. Let's get a lot of good cards here. But yeah, if any of you guys have questions, please, I do thoroughly enjoy answering questions, and do not be shy. I will try to answer every question you guys have. It does not bother me. Put your money where your mouth is. There you go. Thank you. But I don't know if it's where the mouth is. I thought there's another one for retail. 24,142. We've got the extended fiber. That's an hour. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, I said it's... At least you have a store, though, right? You know, that's a good news. Young Guns for Vegas of Bischoff. We've got a retro for the Penguins of Malkin. We've got the LaBase. Young Guns French variant of Mackey for Calgary. But man, the amount of stories, I could write a book with how many stories I have. Schmalevsky, Young Guns for San Jose. Ultimate Victory for Washington of Carlson. We've got number to 100. Pros and Prospects for the Blues. Ryan O'Reilly. Rookie class for Buffalo of Dylan Cousins. Retro for Boston of Marchand. Ovation of Patrick Kane for Chicago. Ultimate Victory for the Maple Leafs of Marner. Retro Young Guns for the Islanders of Sorokin. We've got a finite for the Islanders of 3000 of Sorokin. Actually, I got a fun conversation for you guys. I want honest opinions from you folks. Young Guns for the Winnipeg Jets of Logan Stanley. Let's say Upper Deck ran a program. Dazzlers for Washington of Verena, where like you send in 5 of these Dazzlers of Verena, and you get a different color Verena, but they openly tell you they will like destroy and like shred and burn those. To Stutzel holographics for Ottawa. How would you guys feel if they openly said that's what they would do, like destroy cards? Young Guns for LA of Holtz. And it could be any card. Let's say it could be, you know, Young Guns or Future Watch Autos. Anything. Like literally anything. We've got number 500. Roman Yossi. For the Preds. Roman Yossi. So in essence, if Upper Deck ever ran a program where the end of the program was destroy the cards you sent in. Rookie class for the Devils of Sharon Govich. They're gone? Okay. Ultimate Victory for Vancouver of Yoel Levy. Anyone else got opinions? Retro for the Blue Jackets of Seth Jones. Young Guns for the Penguins, Drew O'Connor. Holographics Gold, Ty Smith. No, you know what? So where I was thinking, though, Rush, is Wood Collectors. Young Guns for Montreal of Hillis. Like, let's say it was a good McDavid, like a marquee rookie from Platinum for the fun conversation, okay? So you have to submit 10 marquee rookies to get this special cool shiny one, okay? But they openly tell you they are going to throw out in the garbage those 10 marquee rookies of McDavid. Do you think collectors, for the most part, would be accepting of that, upset about that, or anything else? And again, guys, I would love to know all your guys' feedback, because these are things that we kind of do have conversations behind closed doors with, right? So we got a retro for the Sharks of Logan Couture. We got a Young Guns for the Rangers of Hodorenko. Bowen Byram, a finite to 3,000 for the Avs. Young Guns for LA of Strand. Retro for the Red Wings, Bertuzzi. No one else has opinions on that one? Rookie class for Vancouver, Levy. Ultimate victory of Bo Horvat for Vancouver. Young Guns for the Anaheim Ducks of Curran. Young Guns for Montreal of Verbeek. Vegas Mark Stone Retro. Like, I have thought, Rush, the reason why I'm asking is because I've thought of ways of how we can clean up the clutter in our industry many times. And that is one idea that I've kind of had for a while. So I kind of wanted to see if I want to present that one. But the thing is, you have to do more than just holographics for the Ottawa Senators of Stutzel. You have to have the whole plan, right? How do you initiate it? How you get collectors to do it? All that fun stuff. Ultimate victory for Chicago of Lankinen. Just put the cards in the pack. Okay, see, interesting. Young Guns for Florida of Heponiemi. So again, Frank, it would not be, just to be clear, it would only be to clear clutter. Reflections for the Sharks of Logan Couture. So it would not be focusing on new products. It would be focusing only on older release products. Rookie class for the Avalanche of Bowen Byram. Absolutely. Ovation of Hoglander for Vancouver. Mama Bear, send me an email, the CNC email. I'll send you my personal email from there. Lankinen Retro for Chicago. Ultimate victory for the Blue Jackets of Liam Foodie. Would love to chat. Holographics gold for the Devils of Ty Smith. We got for the Buffalo Sabres clear cut base Jack Eichel. Dazzlers for the Blue Jackets of Laine. Young Guns for the Penguins of Dorio. So like a redemption trade. Yeah, so it's like a redemption program, but for older products to clear out clutter. Like, again, let's give an example. Let's say there's 10 retros in this, get you a shiny retro, but it's only on 2021 extended. So they would have a dedicated program to certain ones that weed out old, like just tens of thousands of useless inserts. Holographics for Tampa of Foot. Young Guns for Ottawa of Zub. Rookie class for Ottawa of Norris. So Frank, would that change your opinion on it? Ovation for Buffalo of Darlene. Retro for the Sharks of Hurdle. It would? Okay. We got a Young Guns for Vegas of Bischoff. Ultimate victory for the Oilers of McDavid. Yeah, it would not be modern, Frank. It'd only be like clear up the old stuff. Rookie class for LA of Velarde. We've got a Sorokin to 2,999 finite for the Islanders. Dazzlers for the Rangers of Zabinajad. Ultimate Victory of Carlson for Washington. Top Shelf Rookies, number to 500 of Connor McMichael. No worries, Mom Bear. Said, email me. I will help you out with whatever questions you have. Young Guns for the Coyotes of Bunting. Wrong, Connor. We've got a Dre Seidel for the Oilers retro. Retro for Anaheim of John Gibson. A whole lot of nada there. Young Guns for the Boston Bruins of Booth. Holographics for the Maple Leafs of Liljegren. Ultimate Victory for Ottawa of Josh Norris. No more Connors. Reflections for the Red Wings of Larkin. Young Guns for the Jets of Logan Stanley. We're just waiting for the ultimate, Mama Bear. Connor. When Connor McConnor. So when he comes into the NHL, it's all over. Robertson for the Maple Leafs, or retro Young Guns. Connor McConnor. When he arrives, I'm telling you. Young Guns for LA of Holtz. And we've got a whole, French variant of Connor Timmins, speaking of, for the Avs. You know what, Rush? Here's the cool thing. If you ever see this program happen in the next year, 2, 3 years, just know that you literally were part of it right from the beginning. Just saying. If you ever see this happen, you can say you were part of it. So that is why it's very important to get any opinions you have, suggestions you have, and let me know. And stuff like this will get brought up, just so you know. So it very well could happen. We've got a Hockey Heroes of Madonna for Dallas, Dazzlers for Buffalo of Alex Tuck, and for the Blue Jackets retro of Johnny Gaudreau. Population count 1,000 of Ryan O'Reilly for Nashville. We've got a Seeing Red for the Penguins of Crosby, and a Beehive Patterson for Vancouver. UD3 for Anaheim, Leo Carlson. LaBerge Young Guns for the Devils, and a Canvas Tarasenko for Ottawa. We got a Maple Leafs Marner Silver Skates. Seeing Red for Dallas of Wyatt Johnston. Leo Carlson, first draft for Anaheim. Yeah, I just think for my biggest worry more so is clutter, right? I just think there's a lot right now. Seeing Red's variant of Tavares. Seeing Red for Vegas of Marchesso. And a Beehive of Beniers for Seattle. You know, and my thinking is if we can get rid of tens of thousands of cards. Rookie Gems, Diamond of LaFerriere. Retro Young Guns for the Jackets of Svozil. And for Ottawa, Corpusalo Canvas. Friday only, 15 Fialas for one Ryan Reeves. That's funny. UD3 of Farrell for Montreal. Hollow View for Nashville of Askarov. And a Young Guns of Corona for San Jose. Silver skates for the Red Wings of Larkin. Young Guns for the Hawks of Crevier. Canvas of Stammer for Tampa. UD3 for the Devils of Luke Hughes. Seeing Red of Taylor Hall for the Hawks. And a first draft, Logan Cooley for the Coyotes. We've got a Kyle Connor, triple diamond for the Jets. Fantilli, Young Guns retro for the Blue Jackets. Blake Wheeler for the Rangers, canvas. We've got a Ryan O'Reilly for Nashville Hollowview. A Beehive of Connor Zary for Calgary. Black and white variant canvas, Landeskog for the Avs. There's been forms of it, Frank, by the way. UD3 of Dustin Wolf for Calgary. I'll get to reading what you said, so give me 1 second. Outburst Lindstrom for the Montreal Canadiens. And we got for Ottawa, Crookshank Young Guns. Well, here's the issue, Frank, that we deal with on the Chancers. We did, I think, 2 or 3 Hudson Young Guns before, and 2 or 3 Celebrinis. The issue is just getting them in. They don't last long enough for me to be able to do a Chancer of them. And like when I do have smaller Hudsons or Celebrinis, I do try to do them as quick as possible for you guys. Like for example, we've just bought a Mishkov Future Watch auto. Like that's a good example right there of like I could do a Chancer on that. So super popular they are. Silver skates for Florida of Kachuk. Seeing red for Tampa of Hagel. And a Merkulov Young Guns for Boston. It's more so supply, to be completely honest. We got a Rookie Gems double diamond of Levi for Buffalo. A Beehive rookie of Luke Hughes for the Devils. Ovechkin for a Washington canvas. UD3 of Faber for Minnesota. Hollow view of Keller for the Coyotes. First draft of Edvinsson for the Red Wings. I think what happens, Frank, is like if we do 4 or 5 of them very quickly, that's pretty much all of them, right? They're all gone. Like silver skates for Buffalo of Tage Thompson. Seeing red for Dallas of Robertson. First draft for Calgary, Coronado. We've got a silver skates gold for Nashville of Yossi. We got a seeing red of Nolan for San Jose. And a mint Yukov retro Young Guns for Anaheim. We got a diamond of Zaka for Boston. A Beehive of Line A for Blue Jackets. And a Brock Nelson canvas for the Islanders. UD3 Bedard for Chicago. Rosen Young Guns for Buffalo. Carlson for Vegas canvas. He's just been trying. What kind of Bedard medal is he trying to get? UD3 of Askarov for Nashville. Young Guns Outburst Silver Savoy for Buffalo. Savoy for Buffalo, Outburst Silver. Young Guns for the Blue, nope, for the Canes of Perrette. We got a Special Forces of Keller for the Coyotes. Dazzlers of Yossi for the Preds. And we've got a Carlson Beehive for Pittsburgh. Seeing red variant of Zucker for the Coyotes. Seeing red of Kuzmenko for the Canucks. Ty Cartier for Seattle Young Guns. UD3 of Semelskevich for Florida. Hildeby Young Guns for the Leafs. Patty Kane for the Red Wings canvas. We've got a... Oh, that's a nice one. Holographics Luke Hughes for the Devils. Hollow view of the Coyotes of Cooley. And a Jack Hughes for the Devils. Retro. We got the Hughes brothers. All right, now we're going to do the rando for the box of Series 2, the blaster. All right, so let's see who is going to get it. Good luck, everyone involved. 3 times, person on top. 1, 2, 3. Rochi! Congrats, sir. You beat out Sir Chancellor. And he had a lot of spots in that one. I have a million ideas, Rush. It's more so whether I can put them together and they make sense. Like, here's the honest thing. Having an idea is one thing. To actually make it work, that other dealers can get involved. Upper Deck, it's smooth for their end. It's not going to cost an arm and a leg. Like, it's clear. That's where it's tough. Hope Golf was worth it. I think he should lose that box because he's golfing now. What do you guys think? Redraw. I kid. I would never do that to him. How about this, guys? Let's do a fun one to see if we can get this one going. Remember on the metal breaks, I did this before and it was fun, and you guys have won on this, I think once, and once you guys have lost. In this Metal Legends, and by the way, guys, we are almost out of Metal Legends. So for those who like it, like legit, we do not have much left of it. I will get 3 numbers that the spin wheel will determine. If we don't hit any of my numbers, every single one of you guys will get an overtime pack in that break. Every single one of you guys. Now, all I got to do is hit one of my numbers. But again, it's completely random. So I might get numbers 6, 9, and 10. Or 0, technically. I might get numbers 1, 2, 3. It's spin wheel opportunity. So that is one offer I'll have for you guys for fun. Team Canada Juniors is also close. That one is down to 6. So if anyone wants to close that one out or get it closer, that would be much appreciated. Again, lots of potential in that one. I think people forget Gavin McKenna. He exists, and he's going to be damn good. Credentials. I am also down for some credentials. I am a big fan of credentials in that year. Does anyone want to get that one going? Credentials. So let me know. More than happy to get a few more going, ladies and gentlemen. Whether it be legends, credentials, any and all. I'm very happy to do, guys. The Series 2 5-box double up is also down to, I think, 5 or 4 left. So that's a very solid one to get going. I heard there's a couple good rookies in that product. let me know. But I am down for at least another break or two. So let me know your guys' thoughts. So there you go. Mama Bear said she'll take her credentials if anyone wants to match. So you guys tell me. I am happy to try to get at least another one going. The Series 2 is down to 4 left, guys, with no pending spots. So if those 4 go, we are good to go. And of course, if you guys want to get credentials going, I'm down for some credentials. There we go. So someone's jumping in on some credentials. And a reminder, guys, that is a triple up. So a triple up helps out. Makes it a lot more doable. All right, so who else wants to jump in, guys? Who is going to be next? We are down to 4 left, sorry, on credentials now. So there we go. You're grabbing spot 10, the last one. Lucky number 10. You know what I also thought about? I'll tell you guys another little fun piece of mind that I had. Idea. And I think Chancellor would love this the most, to be completely candid. I just don't know how I would do it. But I was thinking about having a fun, like a closeout bonus. So the person who takes either the last spot or maybe last 2 spots or last 3, I don't know how I'd do it. But like I'd have I would literally call it like a closeout bonus. I think that'd be fun. I just don't know how I would make it work. Excuse me. It does sound fun, and I think it would get people... The only downside that I can think of is that it might make people wait, which is bad. Exactly what Russia said. So that's one negative. Which is a pretty big negative. So if any of you guys have a fun idea on something like that of how I could make it work without killing the breaks, I would love to listen and entertain something like that. I think it's a fun one. I just don't know how I can do it efficiently. So guys and girls, we're down to 3 left on the credentials. It is Russian. I'm a big fan of trying to help people out the best I can. And like, I know I've said it many times on here. I don't think, you know, as a business, how many people don't realize guys like Chancellor, and I have no problems openly saying this, absolutely help our day-to-day business grow, to be able to pay the employees, all that stuff, keeping the breaks flowing. It is, I don't even know if this is the right terminology, it's immeasurable how much that means to us here. So I like to try to figure out things to help out all those people who help us out. So I try to think of fun, unique ideas for you guys. Let me put it that way. He does rush, and as I said, I don't, you know, I hope he realizes how important he is and how appreciated he is for what he does. It's not just about the spending. Like, again, we have a lot of guys who come in and spend a lot of money on boxes and they walk out and that's it, right? To me, it's like, to help get the breaks moving, to make it fun for everybody, it makes a big difference. So it is appreciated. And again, I'm trying to think of fun ways that we can have closeout bonuses, something unique for people. But again, I also don't want people sitting there and waiting the entire time, and then like somebody takes 3 spots and it's like a freaking war to get those last 2-3 spots. I don't like that either. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to 3 left. 3 spots. If you guys want credentials to go today, if not, beautiful thing is, Sunday will be another great day of breaks. So whatever you guys are good for. Alright, so instead of last spot, just secretly assign the bonus to a random spot number. That's interesting, Mama Bear. That would be a fun one. Now, here's the one thing we've learned over the years. I'll also give you guys some heads up on this. If you do something for every break, it tends to lose its luster pretty quickly. That's one thing we've noticed. But I don't mind that idea of the completely random. That's fun. That could be doable. Most number of spots, Rush, I have no problems with doing prizing. The issue with that generally is you're almost always awarding the highest spending person generally. And I am, as you guys know, an absolute monster fan of having breaks, of people winning stuff in breaks for all people, right? Big spender or small spender. That is literally why when we do these monster spots, I massively love having breaks that people can win a McDavid autograph out of 5 for like 20 bucks. Like, I love that idea. Now, sometimes it doesn't always go to the people who spend, little or big money. So I love the concept that anyone can win and one spot can win. And by the way, Credentials has had a couple more spots taken. And the Series 2 is also pretty much filled. So, whichever one you guys want to jump on first. Both those are mighty close. Yeah. It's funny though, because I'll tell you something, Rush. I remember watching one breaker did a cool like promo for the month. This is like years and years and years ago, and I always like to see what others do. And the problem was, and what I got some feedback from some people who also use their site, and everyone there's quite a few, not everyone, quite a few people said they lost interest on day 2 because they basically knew who the winner was, and it was basically based on spending. So, I had people there say, like, there wasn't even a point to try because I know this guy is going to win, hands out. So I don't like that concept. Like, it's not fun if everyone knew, okay, I'm going to spend 25 bucks, but this guy's going to spend 5,000 a month. I have no shot. I like the guy who spends 25 bucks to think he has a shot. Or genuinely has a shot. Derek, how you doing, sir? Now, don't get me wrong. I want the big spenders to also do well. So it is a kind of double-edged sword on my end, guys. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, down to 2 left. 2 to go for Series 2. And who wants to close them out, guys? Mama Bear and Chancellor got us close on them. Now we just need someone to take us home. Oh, it's been great. As I said, same old for us, Derek. It's always funny when people, especially like, breakers like yourself, leave for, 2 months to 2 years to 3 years and they come back and it's like, for me, it's the exact same pretty much in terms of I see your name on here and I'm happy to see it. So I'm happy that you're back. How are things with you? Anything new? Anything crazy? Or is it same old on your end? So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll give it about 8 minutes to get one or both those filled so we just don't stall for the rest of the night. But we have 2 breaks, down 2. We can do both. He should have... That's funny. Yeah, that's a nice apology. He's got to clean up both breaks. What do I think of the Marner walkaway? Honestly, I wouldn't say long overdue, but I think it was overdue, and I think it's a healthy split. And I will tell you, Derek, the absolute 1,000,000% homer that I will be, we're just making room for McDavid. That is all that's happening. We're making room for McDavid. If I believe hard enough, it might just happen, right? Wouldn't that be something? I would love Team Canada to go. Again, these are all breaks that I think can easily go. I think Marner won it out. Yeah, I agree with that. I really wish it was handled differently. Because I feel like if we traded, hypothetically, if we traded him at the deadline, I feel like it would have been a much better outcome for him and for the Leafs. Right? Like, I don't think he would have any flack. So I think that would have actually helped his persona. And I think the Leafs could have been like, they would have taken the brunt of it, but I still think if they got a good deal in return, people wouldn't have been upset. But I think since the opposite happened, I think the most of flack goes on Marner, which I don't think it should. Yeah, you know what? It's... Frank, I'll be candid. It is a fine line because obviously Leaf fans' expectations are sky high. But the truth of the matter is, like, playoffs is what everyone remembers you by, which is sad. Right? Like, it truly is sad. And the issue is he never really had a mind-blowing postseason to make people go, yep, we need to keep him. Now, to be honest, same could be said with Matthews, same could be said with Tavares, same could be said with Nylander on some years. But I think that's what people remember. Like, the times that we needed the big guys, they just did not show. And that is just the cold, hard truth. And let's be honest, something needed to change. And I was very convinced it was not going to be Matthews. And you just signed Nylander to what looks like an awesome deal. So why not, realistically, the one that makes the most sense, sadly, was Marner. And this is not saying that I think Matthews is a better player than Marner or Nylander or any of that junk. I'm just saying it was the one that made the most logical sense at this time. You know what, Mumbert? I will tell you from, and this is not me being a homer, I'm trying to be as honest as possible. I'm 1,000,000%. Now, I also think the guy might be made of glass, but he was definitely injured. And I think people also are very short memories of, like, he literally saved us in Game 6 to go to Game 7. But I genuinely do believe he was injured, Not saying that's a good thing, but I do think he was injured. Now, also, to be clear, not saying it's an excuse. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure Drace had played on like a broken leg or whatever it was and still produced. So, like, I'm not using this as he has every right not to be good. And I don't use that as an excuse for either of them. But I do think that is why Matthews did not look like Matthews. The Tavares contract, I think, is going to be absolutely stellar for the first couple of years. And probably not, well, now I don't think it's too bad for the last 2 years or 2-3 years. I really like that contract through and through. Yeah, I agree. No team takes Marner first overall. Again, the other thing that we've never really found out, and I'm not saying he's not good, to be clear, so don't jump on me on this one. But we've never really seen how good Marner is without a top-tier talent. Now, I'm not saying anything about any other player but Marner. But I would be curious if Marner, when you're not playing with a guy like Nylander, Tavares, or Matthews, can he carry a line by himself, in all honesty? Or can he not? So, by the way, 204, I'm going to get going, guys. So thank you guys for filling that one up. Yeah, I was going to say, he's got some great talent on Vegas as well. So, he's pretty locked and loaded. Nylander is better than Matthews. I think it's hard to debate Nylander's better. I don't know what metric you would have that he's better, to be completely honest. Like, again, just being candid, he's never come close to Matthews on goal scoring. I think he's had a lot more where the heck is he games than Matthews had. He's more consistent in terms of he doesn't get injured. $24,204 3 times. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. All right, I'll be right back. All right. And let me throw out the garbage. And just so you guys know, we did fill up the credentials as well, so credentials will be going tonight. So I do appreciate you guys getting that one going as well. So thank you. All right. Best of luck. Here we go. 24,204. We got the 5 boxes of Series 2. Well, here's the good news, guys. We don't have to wait too much longer to see how the season, obviously playoffs are in a little while, and everything plays out, right? We'll see. Was Marner going to have a 135-point season, dominate, and Matthews is going to go down to tubes? Possible. Canvas of Perfetti for the Jets. Renewed for Tampa, Vasilevsky. And a portrait for Anaheim of Gauthier. Nylander is insanely talented. I don't disagree. Canvas of Schmaltz for the Coyotes. Bang for your puck of Jack Eye for Montreal. Electricity for the Penguins of Malkin. We've got on a heater for Pittsburgh of Malkin. Young Guns for the Rangers of Scanlon. And a playlist of Ovechkin for the Caps. We've got a on tour for Minnesota. Mancini. Young Guns for the Rangers. And an oh la la of Vasilevsky for Tampa. Woo! Very nice! Renewed Young Guns High Gloss. Number 10, Robert Thomas. Seven of 10. Sweet. High gloss. Very nice. Congrats. Dazzlers of Rempe for the Rangers. Renewed of Barkov for the Panthers. We've got a clear cut of Kirby Doc for Montreal. We've got an on-tour Sparkle for the Red Wings. And a Wallsteed for Minnesota. Welcome aboard. Bang for your puck of Pettersson. Teammates for San Jose. Smith and Celebrini. And an Electricity for the Blue Jackets of Werenski. Welcome aboard Sparkle for the Penguins. McGroarty. Miss Yule. Young Guns for the Devils. And we got an oh la la of Jari for the Penguins. We got a canvas for the Rangers of Trouba. Renewed for the Hawks of Panarin. On a heater for the for the Maple Leafs. Speaking of, William Nylander. Bang for your puck of Carlson for Pittsburgh. Oscar back for Dallas Young Guns. Welcome aboard of Liam Ogren for Minnesota. Canvas for the Rangers of Paul Mary. On a heater of Kane for the Red Wings. Electricity of Kreider for the Rangers. We got an Outburst Silver for Montreal of Jack Eye. We got a Young Guns for Montreal of Kapanen. Oh la la for the Oilers of Stuart Skinner. Yeah, he's definitely not the best back checker. Like, that's the thing is, there's different attributes to every single player, right? I don't think you can ever genuinely say on different skill sets, and what I mean by that is like Marner, Matthews, who's better? Because Marner will never be the goal scorer Matthews is, and Matthews will probably never be the passer that Marner is. Like, Nylander's an insanely talented player. But he also is insanely lazy sometimes. So there are differences to each player. Portraits for Boston of McAvoy. Young Guns for Utah, Ratty. And an Electricity for Dallas of Wyatt Johnston. At the end of the day, I think it's, especially for Leaf fans, just enjoy the players while we have them. Canvas of Tippett for Philly. On tour for Nashville. Welcome aboard, Othman for the Rangers. The way I look at it, just really enjoy the players that we have. Outburst Silver for LA of Englund. LA. Young Guns of La Rue for Nashville. And a playlist for Boston of Pasternak. Canvas of Toronto for Anaheim. On a heater of Panarin for the Rangers. Electricity for Nashville of Forsberg. We've got a Young Guns canvas, Mancini for the Rangers. Renewed for Calgary of Tkachuk. And a portrait for the Sharks of Mukhamadullin. We got a bang of Hronek for Vancouver. Lamoureux, sorry, for Utah Young Guns. Oh la la for Boston of Olmark. We've got an on tour for the Jackets. Young Guns Klapka for Calgary. Electricity Rantanen for the Avs. We got a playlist for Chicago Bedard. We got a Dazzlers of Brady Tkachuk for Ottawa. Renewed for Dallas of Ottinger. We've got a fluorescence of Lambert for Winnipeg. Fluorescence. We got a sparkle portraits for Vancouver of Quinn Hughes. And a playlist, Austin Matthews for the Maple Leafs. On tour of Vegas, Young Guns for Pittsburgh of McGroarty. Welcome aboard of Casey for the Devils. We've got a canvas of Bouchard for the Oilers. Renewed for the Avs of Rantanen. And a bang for your puck of Austin Matthews for the Maple Leafs. Oh la la sparkle of Urson for Philly. KC Young Guns for the Devils. Oh la la for the Blue Jackets of Mers Lickens. All right. Box number 3. We've got a fluorescence for Montreal of Mailou. On a heater sparkle of David Pasternak for Boston. Oh la la, Luukkonen for Buffalo. Young Guns canvas, Will Smith for San Jose. Will Smith, San Jose Sharks. That's pretty damn sweet. Renewed of Tage Thompson for the Blues. And a bang for your puck of Kapanen for Boston. Sorry, for the St. Louis Blues. On a heater of Kucherov for Tampa. Ratty, Utah Young Guns. Electricity, Zegras for Anaheim. Bang for your puck of Miller for Vancouver. Gills Young Guns for Florida. Playlist for Minnesota. Kaprizov. We got a canvas of Seth Jones for the Hawks. On tour for the Blues. Oh la la. Ottinger for Dallas. We got a canvas of Brent Burns for the Canes. Pasternak renewed for the Boston Bruins. And a portrait of Draisaitl for the Oilers. We got a portrait of Dean for the Blues. McGroarty Young Guns for Pittsburgh. Electricity for Minnesota of Boldy. Electricity Sparkle of Boldy for Minnesota. Teammates Young Guns of Mailou and Hudson. And a welcome aboard for Calgary of Honzik. On a heater, black variant for the Rangers of Panarin. Dazzlers Letang for Pittsburgh. Renewed Raymond for the Red Wings. On tour for the Rangers. Young Guns of Cooley for San Jose. Oh la la for Nashville of Saros. We've got a canvas of Coleman for Calgary. Portraits of Ogren for Minnesota. Playlist for Vegas of Eichel. We've got an Outburst Silver. Casper for the Red Wings. Marco Casper. We got a Young Guns random Celebrini Mishkov. And a welcome aboard for Philadelphia of Luchenko. To be honest, hopefully you get 2 of those so I can one each. That would be nice. Let's see. 2 more to go. We've got a Young Guns canvas for Philadelphia, Kolosov. Renewed of Kaprizov for Minnesota. On tour for Florida Panthers. We've got an on tour for the Winnipeg Jets. Young Guns for Boston of Bussy. Oh la la of Sorokin for the Islanders. Clear cut base for the Blues of Shen. On a heater of Johnston Sparkle variant for Dallas. And a playlist for Chicago of Bedard. Canvas for San Jose of Eklund. Bang for your puck of Parayko for the Blues. Welcome aboard of Geeky for Tampa. Bang of Hedman for Tampa. Young Guns Mishkov for Philly. And we got an Electricity for the Red Wings of Raymond. Well, there you go. Mishkov, get that one graded. We got a canvas of Fault for the Blues. Renewed of Hints for Dallas. On a heater of Troy Terry for the Ducks. Congrats, Philadelphia. Portraits of Zellweger for Anaheim. Allen for Chicago Young Guns. Electricity of Kutchuk for Ottawa. Bang for your puck. Black variant for the Maple Leafs of Matthews. Dazzlers of Miro Heiskanen for Dallas. And a renewed Young Guns of Aho for Carolina. Sparkle, oh la la, Luukkonen for Buffalo. Zuber, Young Guns for Utah. Oh la la, for the Devils of Vonacek. On tour for Carolina, Young Guns of Cardwell for San Jose. Playlist of Crosby for Pittsburgh. Canvas of Joey Decord for Seattle. Ovechkin Portraits for Washington. Oh la la for Minnesota of Gustafson. Outburst Silver for the San Jose Sharks. Nico Sturm. Young Guns Ponomarov for the Canes. Electricity of Braden Point for Tampa Bay. We've got a Young Guns canvas of Lee for LA, Andre Lee. We got a renewed of Kucherov for Tampa and a bang for the Devils of Timo Meier. On tour of Washington, Lamoureux Young Guns for Utah. Oh la la for Tampa, Vasilevsky. Young Guns Canvas Black and White variant for Carolina of Blake. Carolina, Blake. Portrait Sparkle of Bryson for Vegas. Welcome aboard of Wallsteed for Minnesota. Canvas of Konechny for Philly. Bang of Tom Wilson for Washington. Electricity for Pittsburgh of Evgeny Malkin. We got a bang of Tage Thompson for Buffalo. Scanlon Young Guns for the Rangers. Electricity Blue Jackets of Werenski. We got a portrait of Othman for the Rangers. Yet again, Young Guns, Mishkov. Philadelphia on the board again. Playlist Ovechkin for the Caps. Does anybody in the room have Philly? Ooh, very nice. Number to 25. Outburst Red. Bukestad for the Utah Mammoth. Out of 25. Dazzlers of Horvat for the Islanders. And a Cider for the Red Wings renewed. Canvas of Yossi for the Preds. Renewed of McAvoy for Boston. On a heater, Sam Reinhart for Florida. Electricity Sparkle Konechny for Philly. Kovalenko Young Guns for the Avalanche. Oh la la of Jari for Pittsburgh. We've got an on tour for Minnesota. Miss Yule for the Devils Young Guns. Electricity for the Rangers of Kreider. Canvas for Carolina of Aho. A bang of Pettersson for Vancouver. Oh la la. Skinner for the Oilers. Outburst Silver for Ottawa. Chabot. Young Guns for the Penguins of Blomqvist. Electricity of Rantanen for Colorado. There we go. All right, we got the one left and the right to do. So give me 1 second. Three times. 1, 2, and a big 3. The right side, which is very fitting, Philly. Philly with the clean sweep. San Jose did have the Young Guns canvas at least, so that was good. All right. All right. So give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you guys for getting that one filled. I really do appreciate that. The triple up for credentials is going to be ready to rock and roll. And I'm guessing most likely going to be the last break of the evening. Get you Chicago. I will try to get you a good team. And if I don't get you good teams, I'm going to then try to get you very good cards. 24,000, 221, 3 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Give me 1 second, guys. Okie dokie. Did Chancer get it? That's funny. You turned on Chancer that easy, eh? You know, oh, Chancer, you're awesome. You're the best. Chancer, you suck. I'm so mad at you. Poor guy. All right, here we go. 24,221. So, Mama Bear, what teams do you got? Tell me what teams you got. I'm going to help you get some good stuff here. We got a highly anticipated for Boston of Kopanen. And a speed of the game rookie, Bedard for Chicago. Who's best for Winnipeg of Hellebuck. And we've got number to 149 for Vancouver, Mick Ward. Florida, New Jersey, Winnipeg, Philly, Tampa Islanders. All right, so you got some decent teams. I want to get you something cool. Don't worry. Highly anticipated for Anaheim, Leo Carlson. Highly anticipated autograph for Nashville of Finisev. Nashville, highly anticipated auto. Who's best for Florida of Montour? And that's a very good one. Number to 149. Rookie for the Devils, Luke Hughes. Holy focus. 149, Luke Hughes for the Devils. Highly anticipated of Marilyn for Ottawa. And a horizontal Askarov for Nashville. Who's next for Anaheim of Drysdale? And a Faber for Minnesota. Speed of the game. We got a Patera for Vegas. Highly anticipated. And a 349 for the Dallas Stars over Robertson. Who's best? Ovechkin for the Caps. And for Seattle, number to 799, Evans. Riker Evans. Highly anticipated of Cooley for the Rangers. Speed of the game rookie for the Devils of Nemec. Who's next? Of Edvinsson for the Red Wings. And a debut ticket number to 999, Hiroshi for Vancouver. Highly anticipated of McDonough for Vancouver. And a debut ticket access auto to 299 for Ottawa, Marilinen. Who's next? Of Robertson for Dallas. And for the Rangers, 99 horizontal of Cooley. It's a solid one, a 99. Highly anticipated Bedard for Chicago. And a debut ticket horizontal of Emberson for San Jose. Who's best? Of Fox for the Rangers. Speed of the game for Vancouver of McDonough. Highly anticipated for Nashville, Vaskarov. And a 349 for Montreal of Caulfield. Who's next? Perfetti for the Jets. And a 799 for the Blues of Hugh McGing. 799. All right, last box. Let's get a big one here. We've got a McCowan for the Jackets, highly anticipated. And a debut of Stastny for Nashville. Who's best? Of Draisaitl for the Oilers. Speed of the game for the Seattle Kraken of Ty Cartier. Highly anticipated for the Islanders of Dufour. And a 249 for the Islanders of Bo Horvat. Bobo. Who's best? For the Vegas Golden Knights of Thompson. And we got number to 599, Ty Cartier for Seattle, horizontal. Highly anticipated for the Coyotes of Cooley. Speed of the game of Braden Point for Tampa. Who's best for Vancouver of Quinn Hughes. And a 999 for Philadelphia of Ginning. We've got a highly anticipated of Ridley Gregg for Ottawa. And that is sexy. Number to 49. Clear cut. Ticket access auto for the Florida Panthers, Sam Reinhart. Number to, 99. I don't know if I said 49. But 99 ticket access auto, Reinhart. And I love these cards. The clear see-throughs. Super nice. We got a Who's Next of Urson for Philly. And a $5.99 for Anaheim of Mintyukov. There she goes. Well, Mama Bear, correct me if I'm wrong. Did I not hit for every single one of your teams? And you also got 2 pretty good ones with the Luke Hughes and the Reinhardt. Winnipeg, I know, got an insert. Philly had a numbered. Tampa had an insert. Islanders had a numbered and an insert. So not too bad teams. When every single one of your teams can hit, that ain't bad. You hate Florida, but I love that card. That's funny. Well, hopefully it makes you like them a little better. So, ladies and gentlemen, I always ask this before I leave. Is there any breaks you want to see posted for Sunday? Any breaks that you would like to see posted for Sunday? So let me know. Monster Sunday. Team select medals. Team select medal. I can maybe get Ashley to build. Actually, you know what? I can maybe get Ashley to build a fun team select for medal. That's a good idea. I'll probably do a diamond case. I think we're down to 1 left or 2 left. So just so you guys know, whoever likes diamond. I'm really going to try to focus on that 3-caser, Derek. Like, really try to focus on that one. So if any one of you guys want to be a monster help on that, that would be great. I'll probably do some other fun ones that we have. So, but ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for once again making this a very fun evening. I do appreciate that. You'd pick Chicago and get no Bedard. It is possible, but hopefully not. But with that being said, we will be live once again Sunday at 7:15 p.m. Eastern for a great evening of breaks. If you are local, we have trade night tomorrow night, by the way. So if you're local, feel free to come in. It's trade night. Would love to have as many of you guys and girls come here and crush it. So absolutely 100% feel free to come in. But yeah, have a great night, guys and girls, and we'll see you guys on Sunday. Have a good one, everyone.